Fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just go. What's up, creepers? And Geekers Christie, Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? As usual, let me get a few things together here. I would very much like to pull up a chat. A chitter chat. And I don't know how long we're going to do this for. To be perfectly honest with you. But we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Here we go. There you go. I just like to have up a screen of the actual stream so I can see who's watching, or at least see if anyone's watching. And then I'll see the chat. What is up, Smash JT? Dude, I really appreciate the words that you said yesterday about me and everything, man. Yeah, that was really, really kind of you. I really appreciate it. And I don't know if you'd had wine or not, but it sounded pretty genuine. So I really appreciate that. Not so much as backing me up. It's fine if no one does that, but just the kind of words that you said. I really do appreciate that. Simon122. What is going on? Love America. Where are you from again? You're across the pond, right? Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I don't really have an agenda today. I don't have anything to repair. Actually, no, I do have a lot of things to repair. But everyone's gone. The ladies are at some kind of a doctor's appointment. So UK, that's what I thought, bud. Yeah, when I say across the pond, I legit mean like UK and not just Europe, but, you know, United Kingdom and all that stuff. London. What was it from the movie Snatch? London. Yeah, London. London? Yeah, London. Mary Poppins, bad food, worse weather, London. I've never had any of your food, so I don't know. But I love the culture over there. I love the culture, especially the music from the 60s that was coming out of your area. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So, yeah, like I was just saying, I don't really have an agenda. I don't have like anything in front of me to do anything. No one's home, and I figured, what the hell? I've been enjoying these streams that I've been doing, and I don't feel I do them enough. I could talk about certain subjects, but I would rather leave it up to anyone who jumps in here, ask a question, and then we can probably riff off of that. Alex Valentine, what's up, brother? Ask you anything. What's your favorite color? Come on, spill the beans. This color right here. Which one? There's two there, isn't there? My favorite color is red. Red. And you know why? Because it was the first color I learned how to spell. When I was a little kid, I decided way back then that red would be my favorite color. But I absolutely do enjoy red. Which is funny because I think red cars look cheesy. I don't know. But red, yes. Can you guys hear the guitar in the amp or just me plucking? And that guy hot rodding outside. Favorite NES game? I have to say Excite Bike. Whether it's my favorite or not, it's the one I played the most growing up. Excite Bike. Love that game. You're going to want the red Amico. No, I'm going to stick with my gold and brown. I'm going to stick with my Founders Edition Amico. The red, was it Ferrari red or GTO red or something like that with the carbon fiber? That is a sexy console, and maybe down the line. I'm not the type of guy who collects like that, so I'll be happy with my Founders Edition. Maybe buy one more so I can keep that one nice, but the red one does look sexy, so maybe I would go for that one. I don't know. What is it, bicycle? I want to ride my bicycle. Yeah, I hope you guys can hear the guitar and not just the strings themselves. But You guys mind if I drink while we do this? It's not alcohol. It's something else. Something else that I take regularly. Spider Rico, what's up, my friend? How are you? So yeah, last night, I don't know if any of you guys saw it. I know a few of you did. I was on Mad Max's channel. I didn't realize it was going to be a direct interview with me. I thought it was going to be another panel like we did like a year and a half ago. When COVID really first, and everyone was learning about StreamYard and all that, he was one of the first channels that I would collab with. He reached out to me because I was one of the early guys talking about the Amico. And God, I'm fucking so tired of saying that word, but it just brings so much crap even when that's not even part of the subject. But I used to do his Sunday evening panels, and it was like 6 or 7 of us at any time. I just kind of fell out from doing it because mainly I would have to be in. I don't know if you remember, but I would do videos with a hutch behind me. It's our spare room. I would have the Amico and the television hat above me, and everyone said it looked like Mickey ears, and that was done by design, by the way. So I would look a little goofy. But my laptop doesn't grab onto the Wi-Fi so much in there. It's an older Mac Air. My buddy Clego Joe hooked me up with it because he wanted me to start streaming. And I didn't really have any proper way to do it. So, hence, he had a couple extras in his... He that's what he does for a living. He repairs in his IT, I think. Or something to that effect. I don't know. He works with computers. And I guess he just had a couple, so he got it going and sent it my way. So that's how we have this. You can thank him for that, but I haven't streamed with him in a long time, and he's asked me, and I've kind of been like, again, trying to stay out of the mud, but yeah, it was a fun stream, Smash. It was a real fun stream. I didn't expect Saggy to be showing up. Kind of glad she did. People constantly ask me, what's up with you and Saggy? At first I was like, who the fuck are you, Saggy? What? And then they told me Saggy Melons. And I'm like, oh shit. That's a fun name. But, oh, that's real good. That's real good. Pomegranate. But yeah, so we were on there last night. We were talking about some current things. And the one point I was trying to drive home, I don't think ever stuck with anyone, but that's all right. Everyone takes things way too seriously. I don't take it seriously at all. It's like dire. I don't know. So what's everyone out there doing? What are you guys up to? Let me see how many are here. Ooh, 6. Wow. I like 6. That's a good number. Order 6. Nobody? That's okay. That's okay. Am I trusted enough to drop off my guitar to you so you can check it out? Well, what's going on with it? Yeah, of course, dude. What's going on with it? I can't do anything structural right now. I don't have the jigs and all that. All right, hold on one second. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, the kids are at the doctor's. There's nothing wrong or anything, but I'm getting updates. I guess one of the kids is 100 pounds even. Richie Skull says, chillin'. Oh, you want my opinion on it? Yeah, dude. As long as you don't mind clutter. This place is super cluttered, and most of it is mine. Again, 2-bedroom apartment. No. But yeah, I mean, if I got the time that day, come on over. Come on over, or I can come to you, or we can meet. We can meet somewhere in the middle. I think I have an idea where you're at. Um, North off of 93, somewhere like there. Trying to think, be about a half hour to get up there. Yeah, dude, just let me know. Let me know. I'll take a look at it. Bring some tools, or again, you could just come here. Oh, excuse me. Trying to think. So, I mean, I don't really have too much to talk about, but I might as well bring up something, right? So I've been collecting these Mego monster figures, right? And this is what I hate about modern collecting. These things just come right off. You know, they're not pressure sealed, or whatever they used to call it. It was like a heat glue thing that would just smash onto it, and it would stay forever. This was barely bumped. And the fucking thing came apart. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I could glue it back on, or I could put a little thing on it. But you know, it just wouldn't be the same. There's parts that are ripped off. So I 3D printed a stand for him. So I think it even has the Mego logo in it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. You can barely see it, but it has the Mego logo. So I'm going to print up like 6 or 7 more tonight. I think we're just going to open up all my Mego figures, and I'll just display them like that. Fuck it, right? Why not? Alex says, I'll just drop it off, and you can make a creepy crawl video trashing it. No, dude. It doesn't matter what it is, dude. It's still a tool of creation. This right here, what I'm playing today, is a $100 guitar. Well, when I bought it, it was. Or what should I say, my girlfriend got it for me for Father's Day a few years back. It's an Epiphone Les Paul SL, but I love that neck pickup. It sounds so great. So, I don't mess around with it. I have a couple of vintage pickups that I was originally going to put in here. They're from the 60s. But I chose not to. But, doesn't matter what it is, dude. As long as it plays and you know, you get out of it what you need to get out of it. Who cares? I'm not going to pick on it. Well, maybe I will. Maybe since you opened that door, I'll just fucking, you know. Since you opened that door, I'll let it happen. But yeah, I'm due for a creepy crawl video. The bass guitar that I found in the garbage, that Jay Tersa, it's got its base coat on it right now, and I just have to airbrush the burst onto it. That's the next creepy crawl video. I get half of it done. I just haven't done the actual airbrushing for the burst. Sorry, it's been a long day. So that's gonna be the next one of those. What's your dream car? The first one that comes to mind, of course, is a '58 Fury, Christine. If I could only have one car, as long as it got me to where I needed to go, it would probably be that one or a Dodge A100, the full-size one. God, yeah, those Dodge A100s. I've always wanted one of those. It's a van. If you remember the original Lightning McQueen, what was that? Cars? It was just called Cars. In the first one, he worked for a company called Rusty's. One of the Rusty's guys was a Dodge A100 van. And I wish they made a toy of that. And if they did, it's rare. I can't find one. I would love to have one displayed somewhere. I used to have a ton of van toys, you know. I had a 70, and then I got a 73 Econoline. It's what I call the pug vans. And loved it. The 73 sat for 10 years without even being touched when I got it. So we dragged it home, literally, with some come-alongs or some whatever those strappings are. I sat in this fucking van in neutral while my girlfriend's dad dragged me in his pickup truck all the way home. It was only a town and a half over, and it was in the middle of the desert in Arizona, so it wasn't as challenging as you would think something like that would be. Got it home, and about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, we had it not only running, but it went through emissions. It passed smog. and the thing's probably still running to this day. I miss that van. I gutted the whole interior. I rebuilt the rear bench. Oh man, such a nice van. Such a nice van. Hey Creep, what Sega consoles do you own? Okay, so this is a little tricky because, well, it's not really tricky because I kind of stopped collecting. I really did. The only thing I really actively collect for is pre-NES. I used to have almost every Sega console. I've never owned a Saturn. Every time I get a Dreamcast, it doesn't work. I've done a video about that. Like, just that, do you have that one item that no matter what you do, you just can't seem to make it happen? Whether you miss out on the deal or you pick it up and it doesn't work or it's not quite what you thought it was. And the Dreamcast for me is that. I've yet to ever have one that fucking worked. So I just kind of gave up on the Dreamcast. Right now I have a Genesis Model 1. I have... Alex, thank you so much, man. Buy some strings for that bass. Awesome. Thank you. I have the other bass right behind me, the Monster one, which I haven't worked on in a long time. What was I saying? Oh, for Sega. I have that. I have the Sega Mini that was... It was modded with a thing called the Luna Project. And that was a prize I won. I used to have the Necronoma console, but we sold that off for a charity thing for my buddy Richard, a bacon ice cream. I raised $250 to help him in his flood relief with that. And aside from that, I don't own any other Sega consoles. I don't even have any cartridges. I have one cartridge, and it's like an EverDrive kind of situation. I got rid of a lot of my stuff. So when it comes to Sega, I'm down to my EverDrive. Master Systems, I wish I'd kept that. I had a boxed Master System, 100% complete. And I ended up selling that to a guy who was really, really, really looking for one. Only because my EverDrive cart also does Master System and SG-1000. So I have that all there and I'm happy. I'm at that point where it's like I'm not out there looking for these things. I'm looking for the convenient way to play them now. You know, and this laptop comes into play there. That does too. I had the Necronoma console. Have you even seen that? Looked that up. Yeah, no, I don't collect like I used to. I used to have a room and a half full of this stuff, and it's like now I look back and I think to myself, wow, look at all that I used to have, which was cool, but it was a waste of space, and I spent a lot of money, even though it was way cheaper back then. When I moved here, I didn't collect as heavily, and then I realized I don't need all this stuff, so I got rid of it. Live simpler, I guess. Again, Alex, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Just got a new boxed Combat sealed Creep. In great shape. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Rad Rob. I love that name. That's rad. Order a Dreamcast from Video Games. Video Games. Oh, okay. Okay, if I feel like I'm going to... you know what? Let me write that down. I'm not in the market for one now, but I'm always looking for a reputable thing. I could go to a shop. I could go to a shop and get one. It's just, I don't know. Video game. Emulators are fine for most of them anyways. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, emulation's awesome, because it lacks the personality of actually, you know, interacting with the machine. But it gets you by. You get to play the game. I used to be so against emulation, but now it's like I'm 47 years old, 46. I don't even know what year what my birthday is. And yeah, emulators are fine. Let's see, a Mega SG with the cartridge adapter is a good way to play a lot of Sega games. Yeah, yep, I agree. That would just be about coming up with the money for one. I've been curious about those things. I've been very curious. I'm hearing they're doing pretty good things these days with those, but because it's not really like an emulation box. It's actual hardware, correct? But yeah, I miss my Master System. I had a ton of games for it. That's enough of that. Anyone got anything else? Again, I don't really have. Ordo Necro! Love the Mega SG. There's a good dude right there. I saw you last night in No Swear Gamers stream. I got in there kind of late. He was wrapping up pretty much. And I saw after he was just about to sign off, I saw you there. Emulation is like methadone. I want the real thing. And that's completely fine, you know? I mean, there are some cats out there that are like, oh, no, and they bust your balls. Like Sinister Moon, another friend of mine. You know, and if I say stuff like this, it's not against the individual. It's just an opinion I don't agree with. But he used to be kind of known for really getting in on people for emulating. And I'm just like, live and let live, man, you know? All I need is a 32X adapter. Which adapter? For the 1 or the 2? Which one does it need? I mean, not that I could help you because I don't have my 32X anymore. That was a score and a half. You know how I got that? The bassist of one of my last bands I was in the late 90s messaged me on Facebook. This is years ago, like maybe 5 years ago. It said, hey, do you have any use for this thing? And he shows his box, his yellow box, and it said 32X. I said, not the box, but is there anything in it? He's like, yes, of course there is, stupid. Everything that came with it. And I said, yeah, it was a 32X, sir. So, I said, what do you want for it? He's like, just fucking come get it, dude. It's been sitting in my basement for years. I don't care. So I got a box 32X for free from the guy. And then we jammed in his basement. Pissed off his wife. Actually, no. His wife wasn't pissed off. I grew up with her. The bassist, not so much. He grew up in another town, Somerville. But his wife now, I actually used to date when I was a teenager. Like, well, we dated. We didn't really date. We just kind of did it, you know. We just kind of did our thing. This is going to sound fucked up. Fuck it, I'm going to say it anyway. I remember after one show, right, or just before a show we played, this place called The Tank in Revere Beach. He comes up to me, he's like, dude, this is when they were still dating. He's like, dude, I finally got it in the ass. And I didn't have the heart to be like, oh, yeah, cool, twice. Twice. Fucking kid. Oh, man. But yeah, no, 32X was great. I had that with the Model 1 CD player. I had to go all the way up to New Hampshire to get that one. But that was a pretty cool deal, too. Papa Pete, the old guy. Dude, I love your theme song. Every now and again, the girls are so sick of hearing it. I'll look at them and I'll be like, if you don't grow up by the age of 50, you don't have to. And they're like, geez, Dad, shut up. I'm not quite at 50 yet, but we're getting there. Retro gaming is getting mad expensive. It really is. It is. But I think, much like with anything nostalgic, the individuals who are nostalgic for it are going to taper off. You know what I mean? And like when my dad was our age, I mean, he had things from his childhood that was nostalgic, and those things still have value to him. But I think it's going to kind of do this deal. But laugh my ass off. Thanks. That came right out of the heart of New Hampshire. Nice, man. Cool. I don't know why I have Danzig on the minds. I fucked that up. Cool. I hope you guys can hear this. You know? No, Canadian Gamer, I'm not going to apologize to either one of those pricks. Bye-bye now. So, moving on from that douche. Apologize. That's another thing that these cats need to figure out. When they're pointing their fucking fingers and say, you need to. No, I don't. I don't need to do shit. I don't play your internet games. I don't take it seriously like you chodes do. This is just something fun I do, and it's for me. If you enjoy it and you're along for the ride, awesome. But I don't play those internet games with you do this and you gotta do this and all that. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're in the wrong house, sister. P says, I gave Dan from the Rebel Game Club the quote and he came up with the rest. That's awesome. Lucky day, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are an enigma to me. I can't tell whether you like me or don't like me from some of the comments. I do appreciate that. And you know what? The Alzheimer's, well, no, actually, I can put that in. I can put that in because we technically could take donations until the end of the year, but the incentive program ended on October 31st, and that's when I stop it. And we'll be doing a wrap up here pretty soon, prizes and all the good stuff. I really haven't been active this year in talking about it. Mainly because of all the shit that's been going on this year with me personally, my mom's illness and then of course her passing. I kind of dipped into a little bit of a deeper depression than normal because of it, expectedly, I suppose. I was there with her and it wasn't a pretty sight. It was pretty ugly and I didn't think it was gonna fuck me up that much, but it did. So I just been real lax this year, but you guys killed it. You guys destroyed it whether I was there or not. And I know Richard Haywood had a lot of really big things planned. And unfortunately, he was hit with misfortune when his home became flooded. And then again, the outpour of people coming. I mentioned auctioning off my, it was more of a raffle. It was a pick raffle, right? Is that what they call that? My Necronomicon, so to help him out with that. So I will definitely, as soon as that clears and everything, that'll go right in, my friend. Thank you so much. Kirk's Arcade said, word up, Creep. Cool. Dude, the Anthony guy, man, I appreciate you saying I rock, but I don't like that kid, Tony, but I don't know. That's a bad look, dude. I would really rethink doing that. I get the fun of it, busting balls and shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, the kid didn't want his shit out there. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I was just talking about that. Don't you do this. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that, man. But thank you for the compliment. I really do appreciate it. Lucky Day says, I like everybody. Well, I hope so. Spider Rico says, but you might get monstrous. Oh, the uppercut kid. You know what? I've been to Lake Quinnipiac probably 6 or 7 times since then. And I don't know, did I message him saying I was going to be there? Maybe I'm just testing fate or something like that. One of these days I'm going to get shot. I bet you I'm just going to be in the grocery store looking for my fucking candy or whatever. And some dude's going to walk up to me and be like, what's up, fucking creep? Blammo! And there's my head. My head's mixed in with the spaghetti sauce. And you know what? I'll just fucking haunt the dude. I'll just haunt the dude and his family for the rest of eternity. Until the second coming, The uppercut kid. Never apologize. No, dude, I don't really apologize unless it's warranted. The only thing I would truly apologize for is not saying the word gay, but for the guy thinking I was actually picking on his lifestyle of choice. It had nothing to do with that. I just thought it was a fun play on words. That's it. It didn't go any further than that, really. I wasn't even trying to be negative with it. I was just being silly, And that's just something I need to talk about. I've been tweeting about it today. And a lot of people may disagree with me, and maybe people will agree with me. And this goes into kind of a political realm, too. And I'm not going to go politics, but the idea of me having a tiptoe around, or anybody having a tiptoe around to appease the delicate sensibilities of few, is a strange concept that somehow in the last decade or so became popular. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in being a jerk to be a jerk. Don't be a bigot, and don't be hateful just to be hateful. But I'll be damned if someone tells me there's something I can't or cannot say, And if it offends you, that's why I say it offends you. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Now, if you were to come up to me and say, "Hey, Chris, you were saying something the other day, and this is my reason for being upset about it," I would probably apologize and say, I didn't mean it that way, but can we come to an understanding? And I'll try to remember to respect that next time. But for the most part, I'm not going to sit here and censor myself because 3 people might be offended by me saying the word gay. I don't give a fuck. If you're offended, you're offended. And if there's a conversation that can happen, then let's have the conversation. I said on the stream last night that too many people want to win the conversation. Whereas, and unfortunately, even with Max a few times, and I noticed he did it too, when people are hearing someone truly being in opposition, they'll say, well, that's my opinion. And that's a subconscious code to say, now that any facts that may be in here can't be relevant anymore, because now we're talking about the ideas of opinion versus a fact. Facts always go ahead of opinion, but what someone is saying there is that there's nothing to be gained from this conversation, and I'm going to stop that so there is no more progress. Do I think he was being mouthful? No, Max is a really good dude. I like Max. I like what he tries to do. I like that whole, hey, let's try to get cohesion here, folks. Have our disagreements, our differences, but let's talk about it instead of fighting about it, But, yeah, I'm not going to cater to anybody else as long as it's, unless there's a respectful conversation going on. And you can still be upset. Just don't be a dickhead about it. So there's no apologies for me when it comes to those two dudes. All right, Lucky Day says, I say blunt comments. So many people, taking it the wrong way. And you know what? That's fine. People interpret whatever they want to interpret the way they want to interpret it. But I like everyone. Or Necro says, it'd be like, who shot Mr. Burns mystery? Yeah. About me in the grocery store? Speak your mind. The SJWs have gone mental. They've all gone mental. But I'm not going to go SJW, but that side of the camp is all mental. I understand where you're coming from, Atari guy. But Tony made a mistake in meddling in my affairs. So now I meddle in his affairs, eye for an eye. Yeah, dude, you do you. I just said what I said. It's not even a judgment. You could put his whole address as your fucking name. I don't care. I won't let anyone get doxxed in my space, but word Tony, yeah. So I was just saying, there are some things, but I'm not judging you or anything. If you want to do that, that's fine with me. I'm not banning you. I'm not kicking you out or anything. So, that's it. Oh, I wonder where that dude went. He hasn't been in here, huh? He just came in and told me to apologize, Canadian Gamer. I've heard his name around, mostly with Turbo Joe, I think, talks about him and Darius together. As a matter of fact, I think there was a recent poll question. Should they remain friends since Darius was talking shit about him? Yeah, I think they deserve each other. They'd make a great couple. Darius, of course, would be the bottom. I don't know who Canadian Gamer is, so I don't know if he's a rough and gruff or if he's a pussy. But Tony would definitely, not Tony. Darius Truxton would definitely be the bottom. That bobble-headed looking someone called him a stone Charlie Brown looking motherfucker the other day. And I was like, oh my God. I love Charlie Brown, but fuck. You should not be using his name like that. Not cool. Well, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. We've already spoke our piece about it. He understands. He needs to handle his differences with other people the way he needs to handle it. So as long as we don't turn into an ugly situation here over it, be cool. Just be cool, okay? It's easy to say, the guy drinking the pomegranate cannabis drink. But yeah. Woo-wee. Now that that's out of the fucking way. I got a phone call from one of the other kids. They're probably going to be home soon. I have an email that keeps popping up that I don't use anymore. It was an old job. through Outlook, and they keep telling me to sign in. Rad Rouse says, laugh my ass off. What are you laughing at, buddy? Hopefully it's something I said. Not anyone else. Who shot Mr. Burns mystery? I remember that. Do you remember who did it? I do. I'll give you a hint. It was over a lollipop or something. He was like, you ain't taking my lollipop. Yuck. Pretty cool. You know what I was doing earlier? I was doing something I don't normally do. I was playing one of these tabletop arcade games. I was playing Galaxian. I mainly pulled it out to pose it with Wolf here. It's not the Wolf, man. It's from the Screaming Werewolf. I forget what they called him in that. Just a werewolf, I think. I had him pose with it. I was going to take some pictures, but it just didn't look right. It didn't look right, so I let it be. That was primetime TV event. I miss that stuff. You know what? I do too. I remember when TV was like an event, you know? My old job thinks I still work for them. A detox in Tewksbury. A detox in Tewksbury? Where in Tewksbury is that? I used to live in Tewksbury, right off 38. I lived at 20 Villa Roma Drive. It was brand new townhouses at the time, and I lived way in the back and a little bit to the left. I had nothing but woods in my backyard. It was awesome. Ted, what's up, buddy? Was your Atari 800 working okay from the other day? Yes, it works perfectly. We were just reflowing the solder to the controller port. The solder had cracked and wasn't making a good connection. So I reflowed the solder and touched it up a little bit with some new solder. And now it's A-okay. We'll play some games, I promise. We'll play some 800 games. I need to get some more. The 800, or the 8-bit computer lineup, has so many great games. 365 E Street, okay. That's cool you worked for a detox. Good for you, man. Good for you. We all know why. Hides his face and his real name. He lives with his parents in Illinois. Sinister Moon called him out. Yeah, you know what? We don't need to talk about him. I understand you got beef with him, and I had a little bit of beef. But we don't need to bring him up. I mean, unless you really want to talk about him, I'm kind of done with him. I've been done with him. The only reason I've been talking about him again is because somebody else brought up that video. So, but Tony and I, at least I'm done with him. He doesn't want to ever shut up, but can't stand that dude. Very few people on the planet I'll say that about, but him, he earned it. He earned it with me. Now, I just picked up Adventure 2 for the EX from Atari 8. Oh, nice! And you're loving it. I'm going to have to check that out. I don't think that would work on my 800, though. Especially since I don't really have any memory in it. Live with my father, but he doesn't live with me. He's a box of ash. Oh, okay. I got some of my mom on the thing over here. We actually buried her ashes, but I had them put little trace amounts for me in a baggie in case some of the family members wanted like a little trinket or something. And no one's gotten a hold of me, so I just leave her in this little velvet pouch that they gave it to me in, and you know, it is what it is. That's what I feel like this community's become. Copyright strike! I think mentioning the Donkey Kong. Okay, well, hold on. Everything just fucking jumped. Stop jumping. Lucky day. Message retracted. I hope that was you that did it. I didn't do it. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the Donkey Kong conversation here? Or is that the one that just disappeared? All right. I think you mentioned the Donkey Kong on the Atari 800 before. Does it have the 4 levels? I believe it does, if I remember correctly. It does. I think that's why I liked it the best. It's been years. I just know it's the hottest one I've ever played. I'm pretty sure it did have all 4. I remember having more than the NES port. So, thanks, Ted. I appreciate it, man. I was just doing my thing. Let's see. Look for it on Uno Cart. On eBay, it's a flash card. Yeah, I thought about doing that, and that seems like the best thing to do anyway. Again, I'm not collecting because of space. Those flash cards, man, such great products. I absolutely love my Genesis one. Love it. Very good creep you can play. Simon 122 back. Internet spiked here. That's too bad, man. Well, I'm glad you made it back. Pie Factory included. Yeah, I thought it did. I'm pretty sure it did. Got Donkey Kong on my Switch. You know what, you guys? Since you're here and you're hanging out with me, you're going to get a little bit of an inside secret. See, I don't have the Patreons to do stuff like that because I very rarely have anything extra for you. But if you remember correctly, I just did Centipede Recharge. They sent me out a product key, a free demo version, whatever the fuck, a review copy. So in the email after I got done with that, I thanked them for it and told them here's the video and all that if you want to see. They really give me no obligation. They just say, hey, here you go, play it. Do you need any assets for it? And they don't require you to do anything because it's not like a paid thing. It's just here's a copy of the game. And I said, can I be greedy and ask for one for Black Widow? I got it today. So I'll probably be playing that here in the next day or two. I can't fucking wait. That looks so good. Out of all those vector-like 80s style lined graphics, that one fucking gave me a nice stiffy. Loved it. I can't wait to play it. I'm curious about how it's going to work with the 2 analog sticks. Oh, I'm excited. So look out for that in the next couple of days, guys, please. I bought this thing called a FujiNet. I can get my Atari XEGS online with it. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. This should be a new feature of your streams, videos. Say something, bust off a riff, say something else. Wrote a song about it. You want to hear it? Here it goes. Cheese sandwich. I don't know. Let's see. GameZar, what's up, brother? Atari Creep is dreamy. Changed my mind. Speaking of dreamy, I'm taking these fucking things off. They give me a headache. Sometimes I can't read this. The OG Black Widow was off the hook. Yeah, man, that twin stick arcade, dude. I remember walking into it was either at the Liberty Tree Mall. They had an arcade in there, and it was like once every 3 years I got to use it. You know what I mean? Oh, I just dropped my pick. God damn it. Or Canby Lake Park. I can't remember which one, but one of those two. I walked in and I saw it. I mean, I'm into creepy stuff, so of course that's the first thing I would have fucking went to. And I remember dropping a quarter in there, not knowing why there was 2 joysticks. I'm just using one. And I'm like, why isn't it Oh! And I figured it out. I was young. Fucking fantastic game. Fantastic. I saw him first, Alex says. Oh. Let's not get violent, guys. Don't talk about violence, guys. I suck at the arcade game. Arcade games are designed to suck at. But it's great. And I want to not suck. Practice. Wait a minute, if you guys are going to fight over me, one of you's going to suck. So, it's that simple. That's simple. But yeah, I'm excited. As a matter of fact, I'll give you all the numbers of the key except for one. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't loaded it on yet. Matter of fact, I got it shortly just before coming on here. I was in the pooper. Sinister Moon! I was talking about you earlier, my friend. And how you oppose the emulation with a vigor. That's funny. Expensive game though. Hard to maintain. Vector monitor. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's a shame that these old technologies are going by the wayside. In a way, hold on. In a way, it would be nice if we could reproduce them perfectly without any kind of, and I'm not an environmentalist, but tube TVs and stuff, even trying to manufacture that stuff, it's I'm glad tube's gone. I mean, I have a couple of tube TVs. As a matter of fact, on the side of the road was a TV stand thing with the wheels, just a little cart that you put the TV on and maybe your VCR and Atari underneath it, and you could just move it around the house or whatever, you know, in the early days of TV. It was on the side of the road at this house next to like a dresser and some other stuff. But unfortunately, it was raining and it soaked so hard onto the top thing, it started to sag. So any TV I have to put on it would just been, oh man, that would have been so cool. So cool. I suck at the arcade game, blah, 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 but I don't want to suck. I sent him some moon. Alex saw you first. All right. I think the Black Widow on my PS2. I think I had Black Widow on PS2. Did I ever play the PS2 one? I don't think so. I love emulation. But was it PG? Oh, FPGA. I don't even need my glasses. Is the way to go, really. Then maybe I was thinking of somebody else then that was really opposed to emulation. Like almost violently. I mean, I don't think you were violent, but I thought it was you that had a wicked, hardcore, strong dislike to it. But maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, and I'm speaking out of text here for you. So if that's the case, I apologize, man. See, I can apologize. Back when TVs were a piece of furniture. I know. Well, no, this wouldn't have held a console TV, but yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. And it wasn't a permanent fixture, and that was the whole reason why there was a wheel on there, so you could roll it into the room. Hey, how you doing, hon? One of the kids just got home. Hi, Dad. That's why I didn't answer the phone. Sorry. I figured you could use the exercise, you lazy. Mom and your sister are at the doctor's. Okay.
That's why the car was gone.
Well, the car got stolen. They surfed. All right. Go play. Go do homework. Go do something that's not in here. All right?
I'm going to get a snack.
All right, get a snack.
Oh, my teachers love the candy.
Good. Whoa. I didn't say you could have that yet. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see. Where's my knife? I gotta find my knife. I gotta teach this kid a lesson. I need to cut one of her fingers and put salt in it. Love finding what? Roadside treasures like that. Yeah, I do too, man. I do too. I have no problem going through garbage. I found a bass guitar in the garbage a couple of weeks ago. I want an OG giant wooden grandma CRT TV. They're always for free around here, dude. Just look console TV in your local marketplaces. There's always somebody whose grandmother passed away, and they're just like, we got to get rid of this shit. So they'll put it for free on like no, I don't really do Craigslist much anymore, but the Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and stuff like that. At least they're out here. Oh, excuse me. Both of my grandparents had the big old stereo. There was a free one of those for sale in my town, or a free one of those available in my town last week. With the record player and the 8-track, yeah. And still have vacuum tubes. And it probably sounded amazing, dude. Amazing. That's what I would play all my Halloween records on, one of those. And it sounded amazing. You just turn it up and open the window a little bit, and the people outside would hear it. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let me see. How long have I been doing this for? Where is the other tab? Oh, okay. Okie dokie. So we'll talk for a few more minutes. We'll yap for a few more minutes. Console TVs do crank, and they get a lot of bass. A lot of bass. I remember that. I remember anytime something would explode in our Atari games, it would rumble your guts. Let's see. What games? I remember it causing a lot more anxiety when I would play Empire Strikes Back. That bloop, 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 when you're about to, when the generator's about to get blowed up. I remember it would make that seem a little bit more chaotic than it really needed to be. But okay, I am going to. It's just about time for me to make some supper for these kids anyway. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I was just bored and wanted to do something, and I'm glad you guys came through. We only had one douchebag really come in. I hope he's still here. Because you're a douchebag, so shut up. Go back to Canada. And yeah, that's really all there is to it, guys. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys so much, Lucky Day and Alex. I really do appreciate your super chats. I may start doing join. I need someone to talk to me about what that entails. I may do that. And it's not because I want to be an e-bagger. There's something I want to do with that that's related to the channel. And I will go over that if that ever becomes a thing. I don't know. I'm still 50-50. But I need someone who's familiar with it to come talk to me. I have warned you. Okay. Thanks for the warning, Skippy the Clown. You want to come do a trick for me? Can I play with your balloons? I want to play with your balloons. Skippy the Clown, what is that? Has arrived. Okay. Okay, I subbed to your channel, so thanks. Cool. Oh, thanks to Darius Truxton? Is that what you're saying? That's awesome. Fuck that kid. I hate that balloon-headed dude. He's something special. He really is. But guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for the past hour. Let me play you a fat A chord. Good night, Cleveland. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you are doing well. Until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.